All right, let's see what these teams do. This map has a lot of strategy to it. We have two players on the SEAL team heading straight up into the bridge and into the mountain. The terrorists are spreading all over the place. In fact, one of the terrorists is pushing up, immediately trying to get that line of sight. SEALs are pushing all the way around, and this could be a pivotal moment right now, because they're actually pushing up on the mid-temple. Coming up from behind already, both teams are kind of in a figure 8 position in the first round. We do have no casualties on the board right now. That's right, every single player is still alive. SEAL's holding the bridge right in the middle. Politic is crouching up on top of the middle temple. You're going to be watching that round rotate. He knows the SEALs have pushed up that way. Sometimes you can see a grenade going through the air, and that can indicate where a teammate is or an enemy is. So sometimes not seeing somebody can indicate where they are. Politics at a really good point right here, but the first kill is on the board from Erect. And the second one, Politic stepping up. Erect with the second kill on the board already. Politic, like I said, he's in that good position on top of that temple. He's going to see this player coming up from behind, but I don't think he did. He's looking the opposite direction. Lone Ranger collecting the first kill for the SEALs. Erect getting 2 kills and 1 death in the first round. That's a good way to start it. Right now we have a terrorist that's actually rotating all the way around through SEAL spawn. And he's going to be coming up behind him. They're kind of trapped right now, as Cynic is the dude who's coming all the way around. He will find Ratman, but Ratman is there to take him out. That was a good catch for the rotate that we see there. Decimate still sitting at T-spawn, just trying to hold down the fort. The longer he stays alive, the more of a chance his team has of winning. 1 minute and 50 seconds now on the clock for this round. Currently a 3 versus 3. And we see the teams are kind of playing their roles. Terrorists typically like to spread out, try not to be caught off guard as a team, and the SEALs are just the opposite, sticking together, using that SEAL-like teamwork. As they're moving up this back bridge, this is a deadly funnel where they know that they're to be expected there. So as you see Ratman, he's crouching straight up over this bridge. A terrorist player is just on the other side of this temple wall from him. Shots have been fired, stepping up to get this shot fired. He will be able to take it. Lone Ranger now collecting his 4th kill for the round. He's going to be crowned the MVP for this round alone. And it's now a 3-on-2. Decimate still sitting in the T-spawn, moving up toward the right side hallway, or it's actually more of a hill, but it's kind of a hallway because it's divided by that mountain. Decimate and Alpha CC, the last 2 players left on the terrorist team. Terrorists are now spread out with 35 seconds on the clock as the first round here going to be a tie. The SEALs really need to act soon. They have man advantage, being up by 1 man. They need to come through with this win. 25 seconds now on the clock. I believe he sees him. Maybe not. Lone Ranger could be going through for his 5th kill in this first round. But I'm not sure if he knows where it's at. The grenade was thrown, but I don't believe it gave enough evidence to the location of the enemies. And that'll be it.
SEALs victorious.
Time has expired. I want to thank everyone for joining us here today. This is a learning experience for us all as we prepare the first SOCOM Source tournament, hopefully one of many. The SEALs win the first round in that stave-off situation. The terrorists really needed to act there. But, you know, sometimes just staying alive will help you in the next round. Second round of the game is now live. Not making the same mistakes they did before. The SEALs are not going to be pushing the left side as much as the right this time. As they push off, Alpha CC is going to go balls deep immediately into this. Alpha CC, look at him. He is exposed right now beyond his desires. but I'm not sure if he knows it. The SEAL team has moved up along the right. He is actually inside enemy territory currently. Papi Chulo, if he just looks back, he's going to be able to see him. Coming up from behind, Scott might be able to get this kill. Not sure how he survived so long in that location.
SEALs are winning.
We will see it. Lone Ranger takes the fall. It's his first death, six total kills, and only one death. Phenomenal performance from him, but now the leader of their team is down. He has 6 of the 7 total kills for the SEALs right now. As Psycho White Boy also absorbs a grenade there from Politic. Politic once again playing that smart location in the middle top temple. From his location, he can see like 2 major primary places that the SEALs can push from. So this is a really good location, and not only is he at a good location, but he's also very good at controlling it and watching all of his angles. He almost has to turn 180 degrees to watch the opposite angle. And you can see he's been doing that quite a lot. Silent in first person, trying to take shots from across the map. Shots are fired onto that SEAL's location. It's not looking good. A whole bunch of sprays onto that. A 5 versus 5 turns into a 5 versus 4 as the SEALs get killed. Was that a team kill?
Terrorists are winning.
We have 2 SEAL players now moving up in the underneath the tunnels. Erect is sitting there waiting for them to push that. Decimate also watching that location. Decimate begins to rotate. He's going to go back up and cover the top middle position. There are 2 SEAL players now that, instead of going down through the tunnels, they're coming up through the middle. He hears it, he knows that shots are fired down, on, and up around. Ratman claiming the first kill. Scott with another assist and a kill himself.
SEALs are winning.
Politic takes a fall, and now it's a 3-on-4. The tides have been swifted into the SEALs' favor. Just a few pivotal moments of paying attention. What brings them into the situation of having the advantage. Rex, now the top player on the Terrace team, the last one that's alive, who has kills currently. Silent and Cynic currently don't have any kills. But Erect, the last player with kills, 3 kills total and 1 death. He's sitting on the outside of this. It almost looks like he's on the edge of the wall. He has a really good advantage toward the middle. As he slides down, he's going to meet a SEAL player, Scott, sitting in the underneath. And we have a sniper. T goes for the shot. T will be able to get it onto Erect. Well-placed snipe shot from a distance, and now it's all up to Cynic and Silent. They yet to have kills. If they would come through and get, they need a total of 4 kills between them 2 in order to get this, but the time will expire as we see the SEALs claiming their 2nd win. Score is now 2-0. The SEALs are taking the top spot. SEALs held mostly by Tagless. Still, the total amount of the kills on the SEALs team isn't outweighing one of their players. Lone Ranger with 6 kills and 1 death still is the top player in the entire game by a landslide. D with the sniper has shown that he knows where to peek. We have 2 kills immediately off the bat. Scott with an M67 kill and another kill from Decimate with a frag grenade. Once again, Politic in that position where he's on top of the mid-temple is now accompanied by another teammate. This could be what they need in order to defend this position. They can be snuck up from underneath, though, which is exactly what's happened the past 2 rounds. The SEALs have pushed up on the other side of the mountain. And when Politic hears that, he can hear the footsteps underneath of him. But when he hears that footstep, then that tells them that they're not coming through the back tunnel or across the way. Politic's kind of been in that right spot every single time. He needs some help from his teammates, though. Alpha CC is already dead this round, and both the past 2 rounds he has pushed up quite aggressively and overexposed his position, and it's not a good form of aggression. At this point in time in his game, he's likely reconsidering his strategies because, you know, if it don't work, don't do it again. We're in a 4-on-4 situation, 4-on-5 situation, as SEALs still have Scott, their top player, on the board now with 3 kills and 1 death.
Grenade!
Politic and his teammate Cynic are still sitting there at mid-tower, and Decimate's coming up from behind as well. We'll see Poppy Chulo. He's pushing up underneath the bridge, and he has a good position to kind of quickly take the middle temple. 3 SEAL players still sitting on the main bridge. And we see Soul coming up. Decimate, he's going to become aggressive right now. Decimate's going for this kill, but he will be able to get one from behind, though. Scott flanks him off the bat. That's a trade on the board now. But still, the SEALs have the advantage. In a 4-on-2, it's up to Cynic and Politic. They're working together here in this middle temple. Poppy Chulo has what I'm going to call the watchtower. He has a great position on that mid-temple. The last player left is Cynic. He's still sitting at the mid-temple. We have 1 minute and 15 seconds on the clock. Cynic is sitting behind a pillar as he rotates away. I'm sure he's a little nervous. His feelings would be quite tense in a 1-on-4. He's going to go the long way and take the upper hand, try to get some sight, get some information. He doesn't want to expose himself because then he might get taken out without even being able to get a trade. Taking the upper right-hand pathway, and Cynic will now be caught off by a CT from behind.
Victorious.
And we see T coming through. T's typically, that was an assist from T, but Poppy Chulo pushed that from that watchtower. Pushed it at the right time, too, because that gave them the win.
Good round.
We see the score now. The SEALs have 3 points, mainly Tagless and the Ringer Psycho White Boy. And on the Terrace side, we have Rewind kind of taking it up the slow end. Alpha CC once again is just completely blatantly rushing this. He will be able to get a frag. He almost got the second frag. This time it will work for him as he's accompanied by his teammates. He saw one SEAL player go straight into the tunnel, and he's going to go for it. He wants to be aggressive and get these kills. Decimate with a double, and immediately the Terrace team's aggression has turned out a lot of positive influences for them this round. Coming up from behind, Alpha CC on the Lone Ranger, taking out. No, he didn't get the kill. The spray didn't come through for it, and Lone Ranger still alive. It is a 6. No, there's actually 7. 7 on 3 right now, as the Terrace team has not suffered any casualties yet. Alpha CC was accompanied by teammates that round, and that helped him greatly, as he now has his first kill on the board. It's up to Poppy Chulo, Psycho White Boy, and Scott 389 to come through for the SEALs. This could be their first loss. We're going to see Alpha CC once again. He's the aggressive player on the Terrace side. He's rotating all the way around. Poppy Chulo caught off guard from a frag grenade. Once again, look at this. The Terrorists have come through. Their entire team is still alive, and it's up to the Psycho White Boy, who I'm sure is driving himself crazy right now. Coming up against an entire team of Terrorists with no one on your team having gotten any kills. It's quite demoralizing to be in this situation. He's still on the upper catwalk, and he does have a Terrorist player rotating behind him. I'm not sure if he just heard him or not. He probably should have. Alpha CC is just right around him, call it right above his location. If he pokes out that hole, he will be able to see him easily. Decimate, I believe, just saw him. There we have the first kill for the Seals on the board. Psycho White Boy's position has been exposed now. And it's up to him to come through for his team. As he rotates the other way, he's going to immediately meet a Terrorist player. And he knows he's not in a good situation. Coming from all angles, the Terrorists are quite aggressive right now. He's getting his second kill on the board. Oh, wait, it was a team kill. Politic kills are wrecked. They just couldn't get enough kills, so they had to start killing each other. And that was a great way to take your first win as a Terrorist team.
I'm desperate to win, bro, where they can't even just like run up on me. They gotta throw grenades at me.
You had the whole team against you. Back off.
Yeah, they're so above you, dude.
The score stands 3-1. The Seals lost their first round. And I'm going to kind of keep my eye on what Alpha CC does this time. He does have a forward spawn. And we know he's like to just straight immediately push the upper cave area. As this first nade last round was, it did yield some benefit. The Seals player knows he's there now, and he will be able to get it a pivotal nade too, because he just killed the best player, or at least the player who's doing the best on the SEAL team. And another kill from Alpha CC. Look at this right now, coming back up against all odds. 3 total kills now for Alpha CC as he joins the top 50% of his team. Just from rushing together, you see what teamwork, how it can yield great benefits here in this game of SOCOM. Erect will take a fall on the Terrorist team, so at least they're not up against an entire team yet, but we do have 5 players on the Seals, and we still have 6 on the Terrorists, so this round is still far from being over. Decimate with the frag gets the Psycho White Boy off guard. We're going to see 2 SEAL players being really aggressive. Poppy Chulo now at the middle temple. Silent rotating from behind as he's caught off guard, but it doesn't matter. Poppy Chulo gets some shots on him before T can get that shot and take him out. We have a knife kill. We have a knife kill. J4C Knife. His name is quite appropriate. Coming up from behind and didn't even hear him coming. So now it's down to 2 players on the Seals, and they're both pushing this upper path on the left. As they're pushing toward the T spawn, Alpha CC rotates quickly and catches them there. He knows they're not anywhere else, so they have to be there. And Alpha CC with 1 almost gets the second, now accompanied by his teammate. Alpha CC gets he gets team killed. That's called being in the right place at the wrong time. He was in the right place to get those 2 kills, but it was the wrong time because Decimate wanted those frags. Throwing that frag grenade over the T-spawn temple and hitting his own teammate. Right now, coming back into this game, though, the Terrorist team has now won 2 rounds in a row. We had a 3-round win streak for the Seals, and now the Terrorists have gotten 2 in a row. Will the Terrorists be able to come back and get their 3-round win streak true? That was kind of a tongue twister right there. Tagless, I'm sure, getting a little nervous. Poppy Chulo has yet to have any kills. I believe that's because he had a team kill. It shows his kills total went down, but I do know he got at least 1 kill a few rounds ago when he was at the Watchtower advancing the middle temple. Alpha CC in this round will be pushing up this side again, accompanied by his teammates. Not this time, though. They are coming through the upper, and the Seals know better than to go in that location again. They are not going to be there to absorb those grenades like they did last time. But take a look at Ratman. He's pushing the middle temple. And we have the Psycho White Boy killing himself. Hey, Psycho for a reason, right? Ratman pushing up at the mid-temple. There is a Terrorist player literally directly on the other side of the wall from Ratman right now. Politic typically playing that location, coming up underneath. Yep, Politic's going right back up on top where he loves to play, where he's good at playing. He is right now 3 kills and 3 deaths. We have two SEAL players in the middle now, Soul and Ratman coming up from behind. Silent, this will be some confrontation in a tight tunnel with Silent. We'll be able to come through the top of that spray. We now have 2 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. It is a 5. Well, no, I can't say that anymore. We see Ratman taking a fall from Decimate's foul. Total of 4 players now on the SEALs, and still 6 left for the Terrorist team as Rewind is about to retake this game. Poppy Chulo playing in a bush right behind the middle tower. There is a Terrorist player in the watchtower just that's inside of that mountain.
Are winning.
And as he's rotating around, I believe that Terrorist player is locating seeing his position. Uh-oh. Here it comes, the grenade onto Silent. He's crapping his pants right there, trying to cuddle with the corner to be able to avoid that grenade, but he will absorb that grenade there. T is playing forward. T is the known to holster the sniper with a silencer. And last time, I believe he was the player who was camping on top of the archway, and he got knifed. So he's kind of watching his back a little more this round, changing up his strategy after making that mistake. I believe he spots a player down by the temple. He's going to jump up to try to go for this shot. That exchange of information there allows the Terrorist player to know where he's at. Decimate is wanting to take this long hallway on the side, and T knows that a Terrorist player could be at that location because currently none of his teammates are there.
Terrorists are winning.
Terrorists are winning right now. They are up 1 man in this round. If the Terrorists win this will be a 3-round win streak. Decimate pulls out a grenade and goes for this nade toss onto T. Not quite far enough. T now knows he's there. Goes for a shot on the mid-temple. T has a lot on his shoulders right now. He has 1 player pushing up along the left, and he has lines of sight down onto the temple, and he wants to be able to get a pick. Look at that nade. Alpha CC 16. Coming through for his team. Now down to 2 players left on the SEAL team, and they are not playing together. T, they know where he's at. He's wanting to get this pick. Decimate could push forward at any moment in time to get T off guard. Politic playing that upper temple is just crouched at that location, actually completely prone at that location. As he steps up, he knows he's there. He can see his head. He just wants to get a shot on him. Politic has to expose his head in order to be able to shoot. So we're seeing a very confrontational moment here. T is going to go for it. He's pushing through this hallway, and he's going to find Decimate behind the thing. Did he see him? I'm not sure. Decimate peeking out. Yes, he will be able to level that. And it's now up to the top player on the SEALs team, Scott, as he collects a kill. He's on top of the mid-temple. Caught from all angles. The sprays are real. And we're going to see it. Scott will take a fall, and now the Terrorists have tied this out 3-3. We've seen a big turnaround. I want to give a shout out to Alpha CC. He's kind of really, instead of kind of seeing how wet the water is, he's really going all the way in to kind of see what the team's doing. Rather than getting his feet wet, he's just jumping straight in. Smokes along this right side in this round will kind of give Alpha CC a little less information they'd probably need, but that nade over that, look at that. He has 4 kills with 1 grenade. Alpha CC was at the right place at the right time, utilized those equipment to get 4 kills with 1 nade. That, my friend, is exactly how you change the tides of any round. Alpha CC pushing up. Like I said, jumping straight into the action, getting those nades. Pivotal.
Are winning.
Typically, Ratman on tagless is the one who comes through with crazy nades, and he will be able to get a kill. Poppy Chulo as well, getting his 3rd kill. Pushing that mid-tempo. It's now a 2-on-4. As we're going to see both of the SEAL players at the mid-tempo. Politic on top of the mid-tempo as typical. And Politic now sees the SEAL enemy. Goes for the shot. He sees one. Collects one. And he sees the other get away. He knows where the location is as the teammates are now coordinating to get to that location. Poppy Chulo's the last player left on the SEAL team. He's going to try to get away. Live to fight another day. Throws the nade up. And is it going to be able to get Politics? No, it won't be able to. It was very close. I'm sure Politic was kind of crapping his pants there because that was a very close throw. But Politics now pushing almost directly above where Poppy Chulo's current position is. And we're going to see Alpha CC now pushing up all the way from behind. His game sense is on point this time. He's going to come up along this bridge, and directly underneath of him is where Poppy Chulo is. Poppy Chulo now heading down. He's going to rotate. He doesn't want his position to be too detectable, too predictable. He's still in the mid-temple, though. He has 2 minutes on the clock. He can take his time, and it is a 1 versus 3 now. This could be the first time that the terrorists have the lead. Alpha CC already taking the top spot in the entire game. Lone Ranger had a great start with 6 kills and 0 deaths, but has since yet to get a kill. Alpha CC did just the opposite. Poppy Chulo's pushing up on that the top of that temple, and Politics there to wait for it. Poppy Chulo did a great try there. He was managed to get quite a few kills, but that doesn't stop the terrorist team from being now in this winning position for the first time here in this tournament match of SOCOM Source. SOCOM Insurgency, rather. If y'all don't have this game, this game's worth it just for this mod. They've done a great job preparing this content, the maps, the developing, the content, the tournaments, the events. It's all an amazing accomplishment, and I'm really happy to be a part of this. We're going now into the 8th round of this game. I'm going to keep my eyes on Alpha CC because his name adequately explains his intent to be the best. Not sure if he saw that player on the left. Yeah, he didn't need to. That grenade was right on point. Alpha CC getting that first nade right off the bat once again. His nades have gotten him into the successful position that he's currently in as being the best player in this game. 12 kills and 3 deaths total for Alpha CC. Scott getting his kill. He's the top player on the SEAL side. Lone Ranger has already taken a fall. Poppy Chulo's holding that mid watchtower. It hasn't yielded him much success in the past. Maybe if he can change it up a little bit. Soul had what looks like a team kill there. That was not a team kill. I was checking the feed there. It was actually Soul got 2 kills. He killed Alpha and Decimate. Now we see it on the board. We're going to have a 4 versus 5. The SEALs are up 1 man. They might be able to take this round and put us back in a tie situation.
Grenade!
Scott's pushing up along the right side, and the terrorist players on the mid-temple are going to be watching that. We are going to see Cynic as he's pushing up along the left. Psycho Whiteboy's watching this tunnel, and he sees the shadow. I'm sure he saw that shadow.
Seals are winning.
Now Psycho Whiteboy's in the position to get it, although Psycho Whiteboy's kind of exposed in that corner as well. You can almost see the backpack from around that corner from where... Who is that player? Cynic. From where Cynic is actually sitting. Yeah, you can. From his location, he knows there's a player there. Luckily, Cynic throwed his nades before he got to this position. Otherwise, this would be quite an easy frag. Oh, and turning to the left there, he exposed his gun. I'm not sure if you all are seeing the same thing I am, but right now, Cynic and Psycho Whiteboy are in a very tense situation here in the upper tunnel. Still a 5-on-4. Cynic is going to be backing off, trying to get the peek into this tunnel. Psycho Whiteboy still sitting in that location. Cynic still has him in the sights. On the other side of the map, we have Ratman sitting above the cave.
Seals are winning.
Erect is sitting at the other end of that cave, so if Erect pushes down, he's going to come out right underneath of Ratman. Ratman now beginning to rotate. 2 players holding the mid-temple. We're going to see Silent and Politic. Politic in his famous top temple spot, completely prone. Watching as many angles as he can. Most of the equipment by this time in the round have already been dispensed. Erect is going to be going for it. He's pushing down, and he's going to come out directly underneath of Ratman. Ratman is in the spot he wants to be, but he has another terrorist player coming out of the other tunnel. As he looks there, the wreck makes his move, and we're going to see it twice at one time. Politic now jumping off of the temple. That's 3 kills on the board. Right now, 3 versus 3. Psycho, Whiteboy, and Cynic did not have that fight over on the left side of the map. Instead, Psycho, Whiteboy backed off, as well as Cynic. Now Cynic and Politic playing at mid-tempo, and we have a wrecked all the way on the other side of the bridge, where it comes out of the other side of the mountain. And if he makes a move and decides to go up into that tunnel, he's going to be met there by 2 SEAL players that are camping at the top of the bridge near their spawn. But as time's about to run out, we're going to see another win here.
Oh man, you are going to be on the terrorist outtake reel.
I really wish we could have played it.
Some of the insult sounds are on point in this
They're
game.
around. Yeah.
The tie round last round will put us in the same situation we were last one, with the terrorist team up by 1 point, 4-3. Poppy Chulo getting that sight onto the mid-tempo nade, but the nades are real, and 2 frag kills already up. 1 including a team kill from Cynic. So that puts us at a 6 versus 5. The terrorist team is now down 1 man. Alpha CC still alive, and Decimate has come up to prove quite effective for their team. The SEALs have not pushed. We have Alpha CC pushing up along the right side. His nade into that tunnel will kill Psycho Whiteboy. And then we have T with the sniper at the same location he was previously knifed. Silent pushing quite forward right now. He is actually at the mid watchtower. As he peeks this, I'm not sure if T is able to see him from that location, but he's almost in plain sight. He's right there at the watchtower. I think T is scoping in on that location, trying to get that pick, but he's unable to connect with the shot. He's looking through a freaking jungle to see that, but he was looking at the right place. He might have just exposed his position. Though Silent, knowing that he was under fire, had the complete disadvantage, got out of there.
Are winning.
And now we're in a 5 versus 4 as the SEALs are down 1 man. As we see how the SEALs are moving, they're moving around the right side of the mountain, and they might want to go into this tunnel. They might want to buy a little bit more time. They still have 2 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. Three SEAL players playing together around the exit this cave. We see some sneaks, and T now peeking out. He might be giving the terrorist a little bit too much information by taking that spot. We do have Cynic at the top of this tunnel, and Ratman is now about to take this. This is a horrible tunnel to try to take. You're such a disadvantage when you're coming up it and you don't have that information. Shots have been fired, but no kills have been made.
Terrorists
we see,
are winning.
We do see 1 kill, actually. Now it's up to Ratman and T. T's taking the mid-bridge onto the mid-temple. It's right now a 5 versus 2. Cynic is at the right place, but the nade right there beside him is only a smoke. Oh, man. If that was me, that sound would have made me shit pants. Cynic going for the peak. Unable to get the kills. T now coming forward into the smoke. This could be a moment of truth. He goes for the slide. He turns around. This is an awkward situation. Cynic will be able to get the kill. He's probably thinking, thank the Lord. That was his 2nd frag. He's come through trying to get these peaks, but his teammates are just, or his enemies are just too patient. And at the time where his enemy wasn't patient, he gets headlighted. Like a deer in the headlights, completely not knowing what to do. That was funny. Both of them prone, shooting point blank, missing half a clip spray. The terrorist team is now up by 2 points, and that'll put us here in the 10th round of the game. The 10 of 11. And the Seals are going to have to win both of these rounds in order to even tie it. So let's see what we can do. Alpha CC pushing up along the left side, throws that nade over. It didn't go quite as far as he needed it to go. But then again, we already see Ratman backing off for that. Papi Chulo takes an aggressive stance this time and pushes that middle temple. Silent is already inside of the hill. He was there trying to get an initial pick. Alpha will be able to get the kill on the Ratman. The Seals are being quite aggressive this round. They want to be able to get these early frags to set them up for success later. Psycho, Whiteboy, and Cynic are in there in the same situation they were before. Psycho, Whiteboy inside the tunnel, and Cynic pushing just the outside of that tunnel. Look at this middle temple, though. If you can change this perspective right now, there are 4 Seal players in the mid temple. This is a very strong mid take. Politic is in the middle on top again, and he's watching these locations underneath of him. It's like the ground is moving. There are so many enemies. Politic's going for the move. The spray will not yield any success. I believe it hurt him a little bit, but it did not get him the kill. The Seals will be winning this round. It's right now a 5 versus 4. Politic goes up for the nade, gets shot in the back, and the nade will not hit any of the enemies, as he now knows that there's a Seal player also behind him. Politic is now, his position has been compromised. Politic sees the Seals in the distance. They're going toward the terrace spawn now. They have exchanged location. Politic goes for the move, and he will be able to get it. Decimate as well at the same time, collecting another kill. We now have leveled the playing field 3-3. Scott, 389 underneath mid-temple. Knows that Politic is directly above him. He's not going for any move quite yet. At the terrace spawn, though, we have Soul, and he is peeking over, watching that rotate. He can actually see Politic from this location because it is above the middle temple. Alpha CC as well as coming up underneath cave. Papi Chulo is just on the other side of this wall from him. Alpha CC might have heard those shots. He might be able to get a peek and get this pick very quickly here. Soul coming through for a team kill. That's not what you need right now, Seals. This could be the final few moments of this game, as it's now all the weight of this world is on Soul in a 1 versus 2 in 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock. Soul decides to take the risky move. He has 55 seconds now on the clock. He's going to be going for this. Alpha CC is waiting at this location. His deductive reasoning skills are on point today. He's basically deduced where the enemy is coming from, and he is on point with that accuracy. Soul is now exposing his position to Alpha, as Alpha's right behind this side. Alpha goes for the spray, and we'll be able to get it. And we have it on the board right now. The Terrace team has won once again. And that puts them above the attainable amount of wins they can get. And we hear the GG's called.
GG. Yep. GG.
Alright, we're gonna get the next map set up, guys.